Hi, my name is Camille, and this is week 17, day 4 of the Tanakh reading from 2 Kings 18 to 19 from the Christian Jewish Bible. As we read the gripping account of Hezekiah's faith and crisis, let's open our hearts to the lessons of trust, prayer, and deliverance. May the experiences of Judah's righteous king inspire and challenge us to deepen our own walk with God. So let's dive in and may God's word speak directly to our hearts. 2 Kings 18. It was in the 3rd year of Hoshea, the son of Elah, king of Israel, that Hizkiyahu, the son of Ashaz, king of Yehudah, began his reign. He was 25 years old when he began his reign, and he ruled for 29 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Avi, the daughter of Zechariah. He did what was right from Adonai's perspective, following the example of everything David, his ancestor, had done. He removed the high places, smashed the standing stones, cut down Asherah, and broke in pieces the bronze serpent that Moshe had made. Because in those days the people of Israel were making offerings to it, calling it Enchushtan. He put his trust in Adonai, the God of Israel. After him there was no one like him among all the kings of Yehudah, nor had there been among those before him. From he clung to Adonai and did not leave off following him, but obeyed his mitzvot which Adonai had given Moshe. So Adonai was with him wherever he went out to the battle. He did well. He rebelled against the king of Asher and refused to be his vassal. He drove the Plishtim back to Gaza and laid waste to their territory from the watchtower to the fortified city. It was in the 4th year of King Hizkiyahu, which was the 7th year of Hoshea son of Elah, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Ashur, advanced against Shomron and laid siege to it. At the end of 3 years, they captured it. That is, Shomron was captured in the 6th year of Hizkiyahu, which was the 9th year of Hoshea, king of Israel. The king of Ashur carried Israel away captive to Ashur and settled them in Halash in Havor on the Gozan River and in the cities of Medes. This happened because they did not heed the voice of Adonai their God, but violated his covenant, everything that Moshe, the servant of Adonai, had ordered them to do, and would neither hear it nor do it. In the 14th year of King Hizkiyahu, Sancheriv, king of Ashur, advanced against all the fortified cities of Yehudah and captured them. Hizkiyahu, king of Judah, sent his message to the king of Ashur at Lachish. I've done wrong. If you will go away from me, I will pay whatever penalty you impose on me. The king of Ashur imposed on Hizkiyahu a penalty of 10 tons of silver and a ton of gold. Hizkiyahu gave him all the silver that could be found in his house of Adonai and in the treasures of the royal palace. It was at that time that Hizkiyahu stripped the gold from the doors of the sanctuary of Adonai and from the doorposts which Hizkiyahu, king of Judah himself, had overlaid, and gave it to king of Ashur. From Lachish the king of Ashur sent Tartan, Ravsaris, and Ravshakeh to King Hizkiyahu in Jerusalem with a large army. They advanced and came to Jerusalem. Upon arrival, they came and positioned themselves by the aqueduct from the upper pool, which is by the road to the launderer's field. They summoned the king, but those answering the call were Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, who was in charge of the household, Shevna, the general secretary, and Joash, the son of Asaph, the foreign minister. Rabshakeh addressed them. Tell Hiskiyahu, here is what the great king, the king of Ashur, says. What makes you so confident? Do you think that mere spoken words constitute strategy and strength for battle? In whom, then, are you trusting when you rebel against me like this? No, look, relying on Egypt is like using a broken stick as a staff. When you lean on it, it punctures your hand. That's what Pharaoh, king of Egypt, is like for anyone who puts his trust in him. But if you tell me, we trust in Adonai your God, then isn't he the one whose high places and altars his Kiyahu has removed, telling Judah and Jerusalem, you must worship before his altar in Jerusalem? All right, then, make a wager with my lord the king of Ashur. I will give you 2,000 horses if you can find enough riders for them. How then can you repulse even one of my master's lowest ranked army officers? Yet you are relying on Egypt for chariots and riders? Do you think I have come up to this place to destroy it without Adonai's approval? Adonai said to me, attack this land and destroy it. Eliakim, the son of Hilkiyahu, Shevna, and Joash said to Rabshakeh, please speak to your servants in Aramaic, since we understand it. Don't speak with us in Hebrew while the people on the wall are listening. But Rabshakeh answered them, did my master send me to deliver my message just to your master and yourself? Didn't he send me to address the men sitting on the wall, who, like you, are going to eat their own dung and drink their own urine? Then Rabshakeh stood up and, speaking loudly in Hebrew, said, hear what the great king, the king of Ashur, said. This is what the king says. Don't let Hiskiyahu deceive you, because he won't be able to save you from the power of the king of Ashur. And don't let Hiskiyahu make you trust in Adonai by saying, Adonai will surely save us. This city will not be given over to the king of Ashur. Don't listen to Hiskiyahu, for this is what the king of Ashur says. Make peace with me, surrender to me. Then every one of you can eat from his vine and fig tree and drink the water in his own cistern, until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land with grain and wine, a land with bread and vineyards, a land with olive trees and honey, so that you can live and not die. So don't listen to Hiskiyahu. He is only deluding you when he says Adonai will save us. Has any god of any nation ever saved this land from the power of the king of Ashur? Where are the gods of Hamath and Arpad? Where are the gods of Esfarvayim, Hena, and Iva? Did they save Shamron from my power? Where is the God of any country that has saved this country from my power, so that Adonai might be able to save Jerusalem from my power? But the people kept still and didn't answer him so much as a word, for the king's order was, don't answer him. Then Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, who was in charge of the household, Shevna, the general secretary, and Joash, the son of Asaph, the foreign minister, went to Hiskiyahu with their clothes torn and reported to him what Rabshakeh had said. 2 Kings 19. On hearing it, King Hiskiyahu tore his clothes, covered himself with sackcloth, and entered the house of Adonai. He sent Eliakim, who was in charge of the household, Shebna, the general secretary, and the leading Kohanim, covered with sackcloth, to Yeshayahu the prophet, the son of Amoz. They said to him, "This is what Hiskiyahu says. Today is a day of trouble, rebuke, and disgrace. Children are ready to be born, but there is no strength to bring them to birth. Maybe Adonai your God will hear all the words of Rabshakeh, whom his master the king of Asher has sent to taunt the living God, and will rebuke the message which Adonai your God has heard. So pray for the remnant that is left." When King Hiskiyahu's servant came to Yeshayahu, he said to them, "Tell your master that this is what Adonai says. Don't be afraid of the words you heard the servants of the king of Ashur use to insult me. I will put a spirit in him that will make him hear a rumor and return to his own land. Then I will cause him to die by the sword in his own hand." Rabshakeh returned, and having heard that the king of Ashur had left Lachish, found him making war with Livnah. Then, on hearing it said that Tirhakah, king of Ethiopia, was on his way to fight him, the king of Ashur sent messengers to Hiskiyahu, telling them, "This is what you are to say to Hiskiyahu, king of Judah. Don't let your God in whom you trust deceive you by saying, 'Yerushalayim will not be handed over to the power of the king of Ashur.' You have heard what the king of Ashur have done to the all lands. They have completely destroyed them. So how will you be delivered? Have the gods of the nations delivered them? No, my ancestors destroyed them. Hozan, Haran, Redzeph, and the people of Eden who were in Telassar. Where is the king of Hamath, the king of Arpad, the king of the city of Espharaim, of Hena and Ivor?" Hiskiyahu took the letter from the messenger's hand and read it. Then Hiskiyahu went up to the house of Adonai and spread it out before Adonai. Hiskiyahu prayed as follows in the presence of Adonai: "Adonai, God of Israel, who dwells above the cherubim, you alone are God of all the kingdoms on earth. You made heaven and earth. Turn your ear, Adonai, and hear. Open your eyes, Adonai, and see. Hear the words that Sancherib sent to taunt the living God. Is it true, Adonai, that the kings of Ashur have laid waste the nations and their lands, and have thrown their God into the fire? For those were non-gods, merely the product of people's hands, wood and stone. This is why they could destroy them. Now therefore, Adonai, our God, please save us from his power, so that all the kingdoms on earth will know that you are Adonai, God, you only." Then Yeshayahu, the son of Amoz, sent this message to Hiskiyahu. "Adonai, the God of Israel, said, You prayed to me against Sancherib, king of Ashur, and I've heard you. Here is Adonai's answer concerning him. The virgin daughter of Tizion despises you. She laughs you to scorn. The daughter of Yerushalayim shakes her head at you. Whom have you taunted and insulted? Against whom have you raised your voice and haughtily lifted your eyes? The Holy One of Israel. Through your messengers you taunt Adonai. You said, With my many chariots I have ascended the mountain heights, even in the far reaches of the Lebanon. I cut down its tall cedars and its best cypresses. I reached its remotest corners and its best forests. I dug in foreign lands and I drank the water. The soles of my soldiers' feet dried up all the rivers of Egypt. Haven't you heard? Long ago I made it. In antiquity I produced it, and now I'm making it happen. You are turning fortified cities into heaps of ruins, while their inhabitants, shorn of power, are disheartened and ashamed, weak as grass, frail as plants, like grass on the rooftops, are growing scorched by the east of the wind. But I know when you sit, when you leave, when you enter, and when you rage against me. And because of your rage against me, because of your pride that has reached my ears, I am putting my hook in your nose and my bridle on your lips, and I will make you return by the way on which you came. This will be the sign for you this year. You will eat the grain that grows of itself. The second year, you will eat what grows from that. But in the third year, you will sow, reap, plant vineyards, and eat their fruit. Meanwhile, the remnant of the house of Judah that has escaped will again take root downward and bear fruit upward. For a remnant will go out from Jerusalem. Those escaping will go out from Mount Tizion. The zeal of Adonai Tizvaot will accomplish this. Therefore, this is what Adonai says concerning the king of Ashur. He will not come to the city or even shoot an arrow there. He will not confront it with a shield or erect earthworks against it. By the way he came, he will return. He will not come to the city, says Adonai. For I will defend the city and save it, both for my own sake and for the servant David's sake. That night, the angel of Adonai went out and struck down 185,000 men in the camp of Ashur. Early the next morning, there they were, all of them, corpses dead. So Sennacherib, king of Ashur, left, went and returned to live in Nineveh. One day, as he was worshipping in a temple of Nisroch, his god, his sons, Adramelech and Sharezer struck him with the sword and escaped into the land of Ararat. So his son Esarhaddon took his place as king.